What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Mando Bros. Today, we're going to be breaking down episode 13 of the Bad Batch, and I gotta say, like, this episode was cool. It was great. I did enjoy it a lot. It wasn't bad. I just wanted a little bit more. I mean, I think we're coming close to the end of the Bad Batch, right? And the way episode 12 ended, I thought we were gonna get, the green light, or we're gonna see Crosshair pretty much go after his brothers and, all this stuff going down, like, I really thought we were gonna get something cool. But either way, regardless, I did still like this episode. Again, like we mentioned before, they're tying very well with the Rebels and Clone Wars, because again, we get two really big references in this episode. So this video is gonna be a little short. There really isn't too much to like break down and talk. It was, honestly, I can really say this genuinely was a filler episode, because it was mostly like kind of like a Gil, kind of like a backstory on Gil. Not backstory, but like just a little bit more on Gil and stuff, and not really on everything else that's going on around us. So far throughout the episodes, we got to see, the Empire's control over the galaxy after the fall of the Republic, and seeing how they were just taking over different planets, and how they treated the people, and those who would submit and those who won't. And it's been great. This episode was good. It wasn't bad. I mean, nothing too crazy, but it was all right. I liked it. It was cool, and I love all the things. So we're gonna just breeze through this real quick, and I want to highlight some stuff and some theories that I have about what's to come, maybe, or what they're trying to tie in, because I feel like we still have a really big, I feel like Crosshair is not going to be the main villain at the end of all this. I feel like we might get an even bigger villain, Dark Vader, maybe possibly showing up towards the end or something, or who knows. But let's go ahead and dive into episode 13, Infested of the Bad Batch, guys. So we pretty much start off with the boys kind of getting off another mission, kind of complaining, saying, Gil owes us a lot for this mission. And so I'm wondering how long this mission took, because once they start coming into town, they notice that, the bar is filled with all these different people. And as they walk in, they meet our gentleman here. His name is Roland. All right. And they walk in, it's like, where's Gil? And it's like, well, Gil has been, removed, taken care of. She's not in charge anymore. I am. And so the guys are wondering about Sid, like, oh, then where the hell is Sid? And Sid, what's funny is Sid just appears in his ship. It's like, hey, get your ass in here. We gotta talk about some shit. So I can see you met Roland, former client and the son of the crime boss, Issa Duran. All right. And I love these references to different crime bosses. Again, we'll talk about it a little bit at the end, but I really love where they're going with this. So pretty much he came in, took Gil out, saying, I'm the one taking control of this, because where Gil is located, that city that they're in, is a heavily trafficked route, through hyperspace. If you're going through hyperspace, you pretty much stop in this particular point. And so what she needs help is, and I like Omega, I like this part, especially when Omega's like, Sid is asking for the help, and Hunter's like, well, we're not gonna help you. And Sid's like, and Omega's like, well, Sid's been helping us, it's time to help her. And then it's funny how Sid was like, yeah, listen to the small one. And I love the little nicknames that they got. So they go in to try to stop this trading that Roland has with the with the pikes. The pikes. Now the pikes is what I want to talk about towards the end. All right, the pikes were introduced somewhere around the Clone War era. Very heavily cartel based. Like crime syndicate. And, Roland, is having to deal with this. So they're going to try to interrupt that deal as they continue that. So very conveniently underneath ground, there's this tunnel of, the little mine shafts to go to her underground, or her secret compartment in her office, but there's this giant ass hive of creatures that sleep underneath there that they got to go through quietly. And so as they make their way over, it's funny how, Wrecker is the one that's, I guess Wrecker has like some kind of fear of insects, because he's freaking out. And you can see like this like spider webbish kind of hive inside this giant ass cave that you got to get through in order to get to Gil's office. As they go in, the two guys that are typically chilling with Gil cause a distraction for them. They steal Ruby, which is Roland's precious pet, and they cause a diversion. So as it causes a diversion, Tech and everybody go up and they steal the spice. So the Pike need the spice. So Sid says, we take the spice. And the Pikes are really crucial with their deals. They said, if they make a deal, the deal's got to go through, and if we can mess that up, Roland's going to be in big trouble and I can just take my spot back. So they go in to try to steal the spice, but the little diversion doesn't go as planned because they get caught up real quick. And as they're moving forward, they see that all the spice is stolen. So they all go in the cave and they turn on the engines to the little mine carts, awakening the hive. And then we get to see here these like bat-like creatures that are just swarming all around them, just swarming, attacking everything. Like anything that moves, they just straight up went and like took out the crew they're getting chased by, getting absolutely eaten, and the team barely makes it alive, but they lose all the spice. They drop all the spice inside the actual nest. So but in their mind, they feel like they've actually won, because you can see you see the spikes here. They are really crucial on their deals. So when they're like, you promise a delivery, if you cannot deliver, then we're gonna have some problems. These guys are hardcore. They were really hardcore. Even Roland was like, are you sure you want to do this? Put the gun down. You do not want to go through this route. And so as Sid pretty much says, this is all taken care of. We got this, guys. Let's go in. The Pikes come out and that says, now we have beef with you, Gil. So either you guys bring me the spice back and leave Omega here with me. You guys get the spice. Then between us will be good. And so now Sid and the team have to go and find the spice and retrieve the spice from the hive. And I love this part here that pretty much Sid says. She says, I put the kid into this. I'm going to help, I'm going to get the kid out of it. So it seems that, Gil has definitely grown some kind of attachment towards Omega, that she actually has a soft spot for them, because it's true. Gil said that she's the one keeping their secret, safe with her. She could have easily sold them off. She could have easily done something, to get them in trouble with the Empire. But I feel like Sid has definitely got a soft spot for the Bad Batch, and especially Omega. So we see them go back to the mountains or in the cave system where they have all the all the spice, and of course everything goes according to plan, right? No, nothing ever goes according to plan. And I love this scene right here when as they're moving up, they're like, I guess Gil accidentally knocks this off, sending it down, and then Wrecker was like, I guess, like, I hope, do you think they didn't hear it? And Gil was like, knowing our luck, no. And the swarm just comes up, and just Wrecker is freaking out, man, just shooting, just blasting all the freaking all the little bugs everywhere. But Tech it creates this really big flashbang that literally, when he dropped this bad boy, it literally I had my phone. I was watching this at lunchtime. I had my phone, and I felt like I was playing COD or something where I got actually flashed. They flash him. They bring the spice back to the Pikes, and the Pikes said, we're good, but with Roland, we have beef, and they proceed to cut his horn and keep his horn, and they said, it's wise that our paths never cross again. And then we just see Roland take Ruby back, and he just says, I guess it's time for me to go, and he just dips, and after that, Sid pretty much takes over and goes back to normal. So as you can see, not too much of a crazy episode. Nothing really drastic happened. But the one thing I did want to talk about, the one thing I really want to talk about for this episode was the Pike. If you guys don't remember, Darth Maul pretty much during the Mandalorian Wars, during the Clone Wars, Darth Maul was in charge of the Pike. Darth Maul organized, and he had the Pike under his control. And pretty much, I believe that once at the end of the Clone Wars, after Order 66, he kind of told the Pike to kind of chill out. And so I feel like now, after Order 66 has passed, Empire's taking control, of course Darth Maul is in hiding. He's trying to regain his strength and build up his his own army to go up against Sidious and of course now Darth Vader. You know, I feel like this is an introduction to the underground. You know, to Darth Maul as well. You know, and all the things he did. Building up. His empire, his own little army of people that he had. I might be wrong. I'm not 100% sure about this, but let me know in chat if you guys think that, with the Pike being here, does that imply that we may potentially see Darth Maul in the future, and maybe even in the Book of Boba we might see, because Darth Maul was definitely heavily in charge with a lot of the underground or underworld dealings, and all the different, we have the Pikes, which are a crime syndicate. We have Roland's, family, who are also crime syndicate, and we have the Hutts. So is this tying into a little bit and seeing the Pikes and all that stuff, kind of introducing a little bit of the underworld, something that we really haven't really seen in canon yet, and I'm very excited to see if that's true. And then also Roland, if you guys didn't know, and this is another reference to Rebels, Roland is pretty much the thief in Rebels, and then we find out how he actually got his horn cut off, here in the Bad Batch. So overall, like I said, it was a pretty nice episode. I liked it. It wasn't bad. We got to see some, again, some references from the Clone Wars and from Rebels as well. Not what I expected. I did want a little bit more, but overall, I enjoyed it. It was awesome. I think we only got like 3 more episodes left for the Bad Batch, so I'm really hoping these 3 next episodes are gonna be banger. I'm hoping that we're gonna see, Crosshair, maybe Boba, maybe Darth Vader. Give us something good, please. I'm excited. Let me know your thoughts on this episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, everybody, if you guys haven't, for the rest of our breakdowns for the Bad Batch. Super excited for the ending. We're definitely going to be watching and probably even live streaming the finale. So don't forget to check out our Twitch channel. Come join our Discord. Thank you guys for the love. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.